my recipe. Hold on. I got it. Yeah.
As I start the stream, you walk away.
Of course, because I left my paperwork on the table. Are we live? Let's make sure we're on YouTube over there.
Yes. That's an interesting YouTube. Leaving me presents, I see.
So, good afternoon, goeiemiddag. We are live in our store today. We thought we'd do something a little different and interesting, I guess. It takes a minute for this stuff to cook, so I started the lamb and carrots beforehand because you need about 2 hours just to cook this so it's nice and soft. So yeah, we are live from our store, so you're probably going to hear children, you're probably going to hear possibly staff, ding-dongs with customers coming in and out, and our store is to my right. We are in our old commercial kitchen where we used to cook as a restaurant. And now we just use it to entertain you guys.
With that entertainment, please note this is not a child-friendly show.
Yes, this is not kid-friendly. We work with meat.
Lots of meat.
And food.
All the meat.
And food and stuff. So the comments will be made. And our chat makes comments and we will respond.
And there may be a Rumble rant already from Mr. Copium himself.
Okay, making
milk
to you, Copium. I will be putting sour cream in the curry today.
Milk.
Oh, okay, multiple.
Yes.
I will be using sour cream today. No milk today.
And we can say hello to Femboy and Jody as well.
Okay, well, Femboy, Jody,
yes.
Welcome in.
Jody's reminding everybody, hit that plussy, please. We would like the likes and the follows and the shares if you guys can. It helps us get the word out on the channel.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do, and this is not the standard procedure, is I'm going to remove the lamb and the carrots because they take the longest. So I thought we'll start with that and get that going because I need a little bit of time on that. Now, how I normally do this is I start with the onions and the lamb and the carrots. And now you can braise your lamb off in the pan or in the pot. So kind of braise it off. I don't like to add more oil because it's already pretty juicy. So, but you can add some oil if you want. You can, you know, or some tallow or some lard or whatever, you know, blows your hair back. And you can use that to kind of sear off your lamb a little and brown it. I don't normally do that. I have found that when you cook in bulk, you know, when you put everything in the pan and then you got to move it around, it makes it real complicated. So I just throw the onions, carrots, and meat all in the pot, and I just start cooking from there. But generally, people will first braise off and kind of brown the lamb, and then based on what's left behind from that, you can use that to then you know, the remaining kind of oils and stuff, use that to cook your, you know, to kind of cook your onions till they're translucent, and your carrots and things like that. The onions will pretty much dissolve from here. And you know what I forgot is my can of tomatoes. I need that.
Would you like
if you
one?
Don't mind. Yes, please.
I do have another Rumble rant.
Okay.
I have a complaint.
A complaint?
A complaint.
Why?
There is I shouldn't call them a person because they are apparently only a band, and I have misgendered the band by calling them not a dude. But there's this thing, dude, if you weren't aware, where everyone's a dude, he's a dude, she's a dude, we're all dudes.
Yes.
Everybody's a dude.
Yes.
I do apologize. Everybody's dudes. So
all dudes.
it is no offense. We are all dudes.
Yes. All right. Thank you. I will put this. Yes. So, this is a real easy meal. It just takes a bit of time, and if you've got the right spices, then it really makes it very easy. So I've got some diced onions. Now you can do diced, you can do half ring, you can do whatever you want. It's your food when you cook it, and you decide how you want to cook it. All right. And then what I'm going to do is so to start with, this is 5 pounds of lamb. So 2.27 kilos, 2.25 kilos. So it's 5 pounds of lamb because we are 6 in the family, and I'm not going to make it too spicy.
I know, because they're all going to eat it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put just a little bit of chili in there. I might actually just skip the peri peri completely. Actually,
that's fine.
Yes. Okay.
That's
so
fine.
I'll
So
do
no
that.
heat. That's
yeah.
good.
So we'll do well. It'll
good.
have curry and it'll have a bit of heat, but it won't have
Not
that kick,
hot.
the bite from the peri peri.
Yeah.
All right. So what we got is we got 5 pounds of lamb. We got a pound of carrots. Okay. Now I normally put a little more, but a pound of carrots will do.
Do you want me to show them what this looks like?
Yeah, you can take this while I do the rest of
You keep chatting. I will show off
I do
after
the rest
you
of
scoop it out.
spices here. So I've got a half pound of onions. All right, so we've got a half a pound of onions. What we're going to do is we're going to do about a half a teaspoon of salt. So we're not going to do a lot of salt. All right, about a half a teaspoon. And then we're going to do about a teaspoon of pepper, because remember, it's lamb curry. So you want a little bit of extra heat.
Can I say hi to Anho Dave real quick
Yeah.
while we have a moment? I didn't get to mention him with the Rumble rants that I had before.
Yes.
But I love it, Anho Dave. He supports me and says, if you're not a dude, then you're not worthy.
Yes.
You got
correct.
it. You got
Correct.
it.
So we got a teaspoon of black pepper, 5 grams. And we're going to do the onion powder is the one I forgot. I'm sorry. I have to get my onion powder because I forgot all my onion granules. So we're going to do about 2 teaspoons of onion granules. All right. I know we've got onion in there already, but we're going to do the onion granules. All right. So that's going to be 10 grams or 2 teaspoons of onion granules. All right. So there we go.
Yes, you need scent vision. Diva Dog Mom, welcome in.
Yeah, welcome in.
Glad to have you.
All right, then curry powder, which we will have in our spice section. We didn't get on our last order. I think they were out of stock. So curry powder, we're going to do 3 tablespoons.
And this is a clean curry, no fillers, no wheat, gluten, whatever nonsense you normally find in them. It should just be spices.
So 40 grams, 45 grams, 3 tablespoons.
I have another Rumble rant.
Okay.
Copium, the band, has been busy. Nicole, did Anton ask you about the question we asked about the package we'll be sending
No,
to
I
y'all?
did not. I'm in trouble. He asked me for my t-shirt size.
Okay.
And I was supposed to ask you, but it was early in the morning. And then I just went out of my brain because I was busy with other stuff. So you need to give him your t-shirt size, which is probably a small.
A small to extra small, apparently. Yes. I don't know what to say. I thought I was a small, but they're hanging off with me right now. So small to extra small.
So I'm sorry, Copium. That's me making forgetfulness. So I'm not going to put the peri peri. My Alzheimer's light's showing.
He's a tad older, you know. It's okay. We forgive him. He still runs circles around me, so I can't complain.
All right. So here we go. So I've got a korma spice blend, which I make, which we will also be putting out commercially at some point.
Yes.
So
sooner versus later.
Yeah.
We are determined to have a plentiful spice section.
Yeah, this korma spice, this thing is magic. This is the magic that makes that lamb taste great.
Yes.
All right, so you want 2 tablespoons of that. And, you know, if this works really well, maybe I just do a lamb pack and I just give it all to you in one bottle and you just put it on your lamb and you're done. All right, here we go. Okay, so that's cooking up nicely.
Oh, he's fancy. He has women's tank tops. I actually don't wear them, believe it or not. I am more traditionalist as it comes to clothing and keeping things covered. Remember, I'm very fair-skinned, so tank top's not a good idea.
All right, so we're going to put all of this in here. So that's all the spices and the onions. All right, so let me recap. So we got for every 5 pounds of lamb. All right. So 5 pounds of lamb, you're going to do, the korma has salt in it. So you want to be real light on the salt. All right. So for 5 pounds of lamb, you're going to do a half pound of onions. You're going to do a whole pound of carrots, or half pound of onions, whole pound of carrots. And I mean, I dice the onions. You can ring them or whatever you want to do. It doesn't matter. And then I've got all my spices in there now. That looks good.
That looks really good.
I'll show them in a minute.
It's supposed to be yellow.
Yes.
What is one of the things you find in curry?
Turmeric. Lots and lots of turmeric.
What does turmeric do?
It makes your muscles hard. Blood flow?
It's the meat.
Blood flow?
It is. It does help with blood flow.
Which makes your muscles hard.
Okay.
When you work out.
All of the muscles. Even the ones that are not muscles.
Yes. The quartering got very upset with me when I said eat biltong, make muscles hard again.
Why? You should. Testosterone. The meat helps testosterone. Gentlemen, dudes out there, and ladies. It's for the ladies too. Diva Dog Mom, I hope you know you are a dude as well, as am I. By the way, dudes, she really likes the idea of spices. Same for copium.
Yes. So the korma is my own blend. It's very, very good. And I've been asked, I can't tell you how many times to market it. So we'll see if we can make a plan with that now.
And we're going to do exactly what Anton mentioned with giving you guys a combo so you know how to do it and set it up.
Yes.
I think
I could probably mix that up.
I think we may have to do it with a few of our dishes. Any other dishes that you guys like that you want that you want us to give you the spices on, make it easier to make at home? By the way, pre-59 Cuban is not here.
Okay, so we are not here.
Copium asks, is anyone here? And he says, I'm not here.
So, all right, so let me run that down. 5 pounds of lamb, half pound diced onion, 1 pound, I use baby carrots. Let me show you guys like that. Baby carrots, you can use ring carrots, you can use diced carrots, it's your meal, you can use whatever you can get your hands on. I normally advise the ring carrots or the diced carrots because you can just buy them frozen. Makes it a lot easier. I just happened to be at a store today where I could, because I bought so I don't dice the onion myself. We just buy it in a big bag because it's, the mainstream supply stores have these things already made, and they happen to have the baby carrots, and I used to use that in my lamb curry we used to cook, so I just bought a bag. So that's why I thought, let me do it the way I used to do it.
Give me one moment.
No problem. A pound of baby carrots. I've got a can of tomatoes. So we're going to put 1 can of diced tomatoes in with the curry. All right. So per 5 pounds, 1 can. So if you have only half of that, like 2.5 pounds, then half a can of diced tomatoes. You can put a tomato puree. You can put whatever you want, as long as you don't put tomato paste that is not the same as a puree or crushed or diced tomato. If you like chunky, a little bit more chunky, then you can use the diced, which I like. You want some texture, all right? And then option, which you probably should put in. I'm not going to do it because I want some of the curry, and if I put that in and I can't eat it, I do about 800 grams, which is, say, 2 pounds of diced or chopped potato. So maybe inch by inch, whatever. You can dice it however you want, but the potato will help thicken. So you put the potato in as soon as your lamb and your carrots hit the what's the name? Let me put this thing, yeah, because it's going to bug me. As soon as your lamb and carrots are in, add your potato. So your potato can cook down. So you don't want, what you want is, if the potato is a little big, you want that outside kind of rim of the potato to go soft. So as you stir it, it breaks down and that starch thickens the lamb. I'm not going to do that today because I want to eat this and I can't eat it if it's got potato in it. So I will not be adding potato, but that is what you traditionally do with this, and the potato will thicken it. So you don't have any artificial flours or any other crap in here. You use the potato that goes in the meal.
Does the potato lessen the heat?
It will absorb some of the salt and the heat. That's why I'm going to add sour cream for mine instead of potato. So I'll put about a cup, I guess, of sour cream in here. All right, so I'll do that. Put some sour cream in, which will probably have a similar kind of plus-minus effect as the potato. Because the potato will suck up some of the salt, and it'll also suck up a little bit of the heat. So that's what you do with that. And then the korma mix. So you can use any kind of curry or korma style. There's a lot of Indian shops that probably sell something similar. A korma is just a blend of spices, so I've got my own korma mix that's got all kinds of nice stuff in. I'll read the ingredient list for you. So coriander, red chili powder, paprika, salt, pepper, ginger, garlic, aniseed, ground cinnamon, ground cinnamon, cardamom, olives, cloves, nutmeg, and mace. So that's what's in that guy. It's very good. It's very nice.
So where does curry originate from?
So curry powder is a British invention made to simulate curries. It's not actually an Indian thing, curry powder. So for all those people that thought it was Indian, it is not. It is the red jackets that sorted that one out.
Red jackets again.
Yeah.
By the way, I need to back up in chat and say hello to Nero.
Hey, Nero, welcome in, man.
Yes.
All right, so this is almost ready. All right, because I have a head start with the meat. Let me see if I can show you guys what this looks like.
I will stay out of your way with that pot.
So this is almost translucent. Let me see if, I don't know if you guys can see that. Can you see anything on the camera there? I know it takes a minute. So let me see. So it's a nice, whew, this smells so good. Man, I'm going to have a feast tonight with a curry. So could you see that?
Yes.
All right. Okay, so we're going to give it another 2-3 minutes, and then those onions should be cooked enough. I'm going to put all the meat back in there, and I can actually, you know what I can do? I could probably add this in the meantime, and I'll add the sour cream.
So wouldn't you know, Anton, the chat is apparently quite handsome.
The chat is handsome.
Yes. Okay. Self-proclaimed by Femboy.
Okay, well, yes. There we go. All right.
Because I cannot spell, or spell check corrected me. Big thumbs, big fingers. Actually, I wrote it wrong. It's.
All right. So we got the diced tomato, and I think I'll do the sour cream. Might get a spoon for that and just spoon it out of the tub. Let me get a spoon for that quickly. So I'm going to do 240 grams of sour cream. Like I say, I'm not going to add the potato, which is what I do advise you add. Oh, we got so many stuffs in here. You see, and you can of course add garlic to this if you want. Just make sure the sour cream's still good. I don't remember when we opened it.
I don't know either. May have been a minute.
No, I think that's fine.
Smells like sour cream. Lovely.
All right, and I think this might actually be just enough sour
I don't know
cream.
what to say, Pre-59 Cuban. You should have sound. Everyone else have sound. It doesn't look like there's an issue. You know what?
Everybody keep quiet.
I didn't check what we're on.
Oh, the stream. Ah.
Tell him, give me a second. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We might be on the wrong stream. Oh, did we forget?
I forgot. I'm so sorry, everybody. I fixed it. I'm so sorry. I messed it up.
It should be okay now.
Yeah, it's back.
Yeah.
All right, 359 Cuban, you tell me. How's it looking? How's it sounding? Hopefully better. So sorry about that. I forgot one of the most important parts of our stream.
Yeah, pick the right ISP, because apparently the one that said that they can sort us out can't sort us out.
No.
Just take our money.
They took a lot of money, never sorted it out.
All right, there we go. Ooh. This is looking nice.
Old Sour Cream is a brand of cream cheese.
Old Sour Cream.
I love it.
Yeah, man, this looks good. I need to taste this. Oh, I'm so tempted to zap this with some peri-peri, but I know I can't.
You can sprinkle it on ours.
Yes. I will sprinkle that on when I'm done.
Here?
Yes. All right, there we go.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
you
that's
have to go
nice
show it again.
curry. All right, let this cook for a minute. All right, and then where are we at? Yeah, Now gotta do some rice. So the rice is real straightforward. I'll check this because I normally put some water, but I'll see. I'll see if it needs water. So
I have to laugh at us. We use the biggest pot.
no, I did that on purpose. I did that on purpose.
Okay.
Because then everything will fit easily. If I use a pan, man, it's
no.
You can't, the problem is if you want to vigorously stir, you know, like this, then and you're in the pan, then it just goes all over the place. So with this, I can really make a
mess inside.
Make a mess inside, man. I can be as aggressive as I want, and it all stays inside.
So if you, in other words, if you have a big pot when you make a curry, keep that in mind.
Yes. Yeah, this is a 15-gallon, right? What we figured out.
Is what we decided. Yes.
Yes, we said 15. All right, that looks good.
And I hope our friend got himself one the other day. I know he was very interested.
All right. I wonder if I should just put this back. Yeah, I'm gonna put this back. All right.
Finboy says they don't get to see your mess until you show them.
Yes, I will do that as soon as this is in there, because once I've mixed this in, then you'll see the nice color of the curry. And then we're pretty much going to leave this thing to cook and bubble until it's done. All right. There we go. Yeah, that's going to
That looks good.
That's going to do the business. And now all you want to do is just cook this. I might put some water in, just depending. All right. I'm going to have to taste this.
Sanglin86, thanks for joining us. Says, make hay while the sun is shining.
That is a winner.
Nice. So our 7-year-old son this morning overheard Anton and I talking about having lamb curry on stream today. He was all excited. Is it one of the big lambs? One of those? The big ones? And it's a leg of lamb. For some reason, he could not get the words leg of lamb out of his mouth.
Yeah, Lego lamb, Lego lamb. I thought he was saying Lego land. We must make Lego land. And I'm like, what are we going to... Okay, we can make, I guess, we can make a Lego land. And he's like, no, Dad, Lego lamb. I'm like, okay, we'll make Lego... Legoland. You're very excited for Legoland, and it turns out no, he wanted food, not
lamb.
Lego.
Specifically, yeah. Leg of lamb.
He does like leg of lamb. So I will show them in a minute. Let this thing just cook through a little bit. I'm gonna get a little container over there because you are going to have to run and get me some water.
Yes.
All right. So the rice is very simple. I've done this I don't know how many times on stream. So we are fortunate. We have these little to-go containers. So it's aluminium foil. We just call it foil, by the way. We leave the aluminium part off.
Or aluminum.
So, yeah, aluminum.
I'll go get you some water.
We're going to do 1 cup, 200 grams of rice. So bring me 500, sorry, a full small jug, Nicola, a liter, please. All right, so we'll do 1 cup of rice, all right, and then we're going to do a tablespoon of butter in the rice, or 2, I guess. There we go, 1.5 tablespoons of butter. The butter doesn't really matter, it just makes it more or less nice. We are going to do a teaspoon of salt, and I use Celtic salt in everything. All right, teaspoon of salt. And what can we add?
I am on mom duty for a minute.
Oh, okay.
There's a young man who needs assistance.
Uh-huh.
I'll be back.
All right. I don't want to put the korma in because we already got korma. Let me do a little bit of onion powder. I'll do a little bit of onion powder. It's like a teaspoon of onion powder. So a teaspoon or 5 grams of onion powder. That should be fine. That'll work well, just to give it a little bit of flavor. And then we're going to do 2 cups 480 grams of water. All right, and I normally just pour it on the butter to get it to melt. All right, while you pour it, the butter will melt away. So you want 2 cups of water, 480 grams. There we go. So it's a real easy recipe. You get a fork. You always want to stir the stuff with a fork. All right, so it's a real easy recipe. 2 cups, 1 cup of rice, 2 cups of water, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of butter. I added a little bit of onion powder because I got the big jug here. And then we're going to do 5 grams or 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. Lemon juice. Lemon juice. Let me just make sure this thing's got its nozzle, because sometimes it doesn't, and then it just sprays out. So, teaspoon of lemon juice, or a 5 grams of lemon juice. And remember, a teaspoon is 5 grams, and 5 grams of water, and 5 grams of lemon juice, and 5 grams of milk is all 5 milliliter, because the decimal communist system works like that. All right. And then I can bring this out. Gonna stick some foil over this guy. Let's get a pan here. Put this guy on a pan. Try not to throw everything off the table. Let's put this guy on a pan. There we go. Just before I close that up, let's give this thing a nice stir. There we go. Yeah, I might have to put some water in this. There we go. That looks very nice. Very nice indeed. All right. So, and then if you add water to your lamb curry, you just want to add it a little bit, to ensure it's not too runny. Now I got to do less water because I don't have potatoes in it, so I don't got no thickener. Apparently my words don't want to work.
You and our son both.
Yes, Legoland. Making Legoland.
Yes.
All right, so I just put some foil over this guy, so you can use a normal glass tray or whatever you want. This thing 25 minutes in the oven. Just give this oven. Oh, it's at temp.
And magic?
Magic.
Magic happens.
All right, let's stick that thing in there. 350. 25 minutes. 24 minutes actually. Done. All right.
Anton, I'm going to catch us up on chat in just a second. We've got some customers in front. I'll be right back.
No problem. 24 minutes, done. I don't turn it around or anything. I'm going to stick this bowl under this bowl. That way we keep the debris to a minimum. All right. Yeah, I have to put some water in here. Before I do the water, let me come show you guys what this looks like. Bang, bang, bang. All right, let me see if I can. Got the longest spoon in the world. Let me see if I can show you guys. I'm not sure if you can see that, but that's pretty much how it looks. It's very nice. Very, very nice. All right. I hope you guys can see that. Let me see what it shows on the video. Yeah, there we go. All right. Fortunately, there's like a 10-second delay, so I can see myself walk back or walk there. All right, so now I'll add some water just to make sure. So I'm going to add about a cup. Yeah, it's about a cup. And it's more for, it's just going to evaporate while this boils. So I'm going to jack the heat up on this a little bit.
Did you get to show them yet?
I did.
Okay.
I'm going to jack the heat up.
Good. I'm glad we're teasing our audience.
All right. There we go.
Speaking of, can I catch you up on our audience? We've been rated. Unfolding Joker, thank you.
Oh, thank you very much.
Sir, dude, what are we calling you? I've been corrected today on my choice of terms for people. Or not people. What are these called?
They, thems.
No. That is not what I meant. The names. What?
Handles.
Handles. There we go. I've been corrected on someone's
Whenever I hear
identity
the word
behind their handle.
whenever I hear the word handle, I always think I can ride my bike with the handlebars.
I lied. He didn't rate us. Sorry, he gifted us subscription.
Oh,
it
okay.
looks just like the rating.
All right,
Man,
yeah, I think it does look similar. Well, thank you for the subscription.
Yes.
Who's got the red rash?
It's Neuro. Very fitting. You have been rashed.
All right. There we go.
And we do have Miss Slidey Pie who has joined us.
Oh, well, welcome in.
Yes.
Welcome in, Slidey.
And it sounds like everybody likes your dish so far.
Oh,
the
dish is very nice. I'm a dude. To taste that again.
He says, I'm a dude, man, band, a merry man.
Let's see.
I love it. I love it. And Hong Kong from Canada, welcome in,
hey,
Bright Gaming.
Right.
Tasty beef intestines. We had some of that yesterday. Filled to the, not beef intestine, hog. Filled with beef.
Yes.
Also known as sausage.
Yes. All right, that's good. If that cooks down a little, that'll be great. I might have to add just a smidgen of salt to that. But I think the rest is good.
All right.
So let's this thing just cook away. So we'll check in on it in 10 minutes. In the meantime, we can talk some nonsense.
Check it out.
Back. Bright Cam, how's it going? Slutty Pie, Bright Cam and Gaming, Copium Puppies. Is everybody? Are we back? Are we not back? Oh man, it just really frustrates me when things happen like that. I don't understand. Like everything should just work. We're not touching anything.
I'm fiddling, but nothing's happening. I mean, I see the audio moving.
So you see it moving when we're talking?
Yes.
It didn't maybe perhaps jump back onto the other...
You're going to need to check it. You know me in that thing.
No, the data.
No, it's back.
Okay.
It's back. You got to look here so I know what's going on.
No, I did, but it was stuck on just one chat. It didn't move, and then it moved.
Okay.
When you came back, as you walked back, it moved. So, but it was there by Copium. And there was nothing after that. So, all right. So, let me run you through the recipe again. So, and I might have to, because I put the sour cream, I might have to add a little bit more salt.
Okay.
But I think that's about it. So, I've got 5 pounds of lamb, half a pound of onions, a pound of carrots, and then a can of tomatoes. I've got about a cup of sour cream. Now, I put sour cream because I don't eat potatoes. The actual right way to do it is add potatoes to this. So you want to look at about 2 pounds of potatoes, maybe 3 to 4 medium-ish potatoes. You know, so but you're looking at around 2 pounds diced, probably 1 inch to 1.5 inches squared. So you just slice them, flatten them, just chop it up, throw it in the beginning because you want the potatoes to cook down and to thicken your curry. Let me see, yeah, that thing's cooking very nicely. And then what I've got is I've got half a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of pepper. I've got 3 tablespoons of curry. I've got 2 tablespoons of my in-house made korma, which we will have available soon. The curry powder we will also have available soon. We just didn't get the shipment on the last order. And then the peri peri is an optional if you want some extra heat. work really nicely with that. It's about the same level as habanero. I put a half a teaspoon in this entire pot, so you don't want huge amounts of peri peri. I'm going to take the lid off so this guy can steam out a little.
Femboy's got an interesting trick for stews. The more angular the potatoes, the more it thickens.
Yes, exactly. That's why I say you have to dice them.
There we go.
Yeah, so square them up, dice them, and then those little edges will cook off and get soft. And as you stir it, you actually stir that starch into your stew, because this is pretty much a lamb stew, and it'll thicken up your sauce for you. What was I using the other day? And I said I can use this for a thickener. What was it? Oh, I have some. I can actually try that.
What?
My secret stuff for my sausage.
Yes, please.
Yes, I can actually, because that adds no flavor.
Be very good.
Yeah, sorry, I am sweating because I am slaving over this hot.
You see how much I am not doing. He's doing it all. It is a little toasty in here. Would you believe it? We are in Texas, and it is all of like 90 degrees today?
Yes.
Fahrenheit. What would that be in Celsius, Anton?
Like 28.
Yes.
28. No, a little more. Probably 30, 32. Which is nice and mild.
Yes. That's
nice day.
Gorgeous being June 1st.
It's summer now, isn't it? When summer?
Not yet. 20-something.
20-something.
Like 22nd, 23rd, something around there.
All right.
Summer is coming, though, and Texas is normally pretty hot, so I am loving the touch of mild heat.
Yeah. It's actually mild for this time of the year.
We went outside and had a fire yesterday because Friday was not enough. We had to do another one.
Yes. Make fire twice.
No, but it was gorgeous. We were all in the sun, and it was absolutely phenomenal. Kids running around, making all kinds of noises. Sausage on the fire. Cannot complain.
Yeah.
That makes for a very good Saturday.
Absolutely. So I'll taste this one more time. Because I want to make sure. I think this it'll strengthen a little.
What is that?
What? What's wrong?
Oh, someone's message was removed. I was wondering.
That is good though.
We've got a gentleman. He did give another Rumble rant with a link for people to follow. He's wanting everyone to listen with the sound onto his status on X.
All right, who's that? Copium.
Copium.
All right.
The band status.
The status.
The status.
The status. Status of the.
The, they, them. Hey, you know what? Thank you, Neuro. You just reminded me. We haven't even mentioned our sponsor today.
Oh, man.
Those guys.
Those guys, you know, they pay us so little. Do we have to mention them?
I eat their meat. And I had some today.
All right, so you do that.
Don't forget biltongusa.com for all of your biltong needs. Not only biltong, spices included. Soon to have korma. That's coming up before you know it. Yeah. And the curry. We'll have those out and available on our website. But biltongusa.com using code S.T.F. 10 for 10% off on your biltong purchases. Just as an FYI, Neuro, you'll like to know this. I opened up the discounts to the items that were not previously available. So samplers are eligible for discounts along with, what else did I add into that? Bouquets. Yes. I know Father's Day is a couple of weeks away. So anybody who's wanting to get something fancy for the dad or the loved one, check out biltongusa.com. And for this show, of course, STF10 is your code.
Yeah. And we've added, I think, 2 or 3 new people.
Categories?
Well, no, people to sponsors.
Yes,
so we've got some new sponsors. We should actually have a list of all the shows that have codes at the bottom of our stream. I'll see if we can compile that.
Yeah, that would be very nice.
Just to kind of, you know, distribute the love. And then, what did I want to say? There was something else I wanted to mention. No, remember, it's right out of my brain, man. Yeah, I can't remember.
Okay. And what you guys need to check out with Copium Poppies on their X is an epic meme they have made.
Ah, okay.
We have got to see it.
We will check it out. What I wanted to say was we now have candies because we asked on the show if people have interest in candies, some just very select, and we're going to add a few more. But we've got, so we took our 10
top sellers,
as well as 2 of our kind of gummy top sellers.
Yes.
And we put them on for now. And then so we will add the actual chocolate slabs will come next.
They are phenomenal. Good for gifting too.
And then we added spices.
And sauces.
And sauces. Spreads and sauces. That's right.
Yes.
Spreads and sauces.
We have a gentleman who likes to use his index finger, from what I understand, to dip in a black container of sauce.
Yes, so
that sounds terrible.
Eats the bog ride by the finger load, so that's a little strong for me.
It is way too much for me. I would not be able to eat it like that. No copium, no marshmallow eggs.
No.
I think I need to send him another box.
Yeah, we'll send you some more. We are slowly kind of finishing off with that. We still got a couple of boxes left. We'll send them your way.
I'll send some your way. More diabetes, as you said. Is the candy gift wrapped? We don't have any on that website. I do have some on Anton's USA. Do we need to add those on?
Yeah, I think we probably want to add
I've got a couple bundles. Thank you for that comment. That's actually a great idea. I'll make sure to add those on USA. The wrapped.
Yes, the wrapped. Yeah.
The gifted ones.
Yeah, that'll be very cool for like Father's Day.
For sure.
You know? That'll be very cool. I'm wondering, I don't think I need to add.
I don't think so either. It looks good. Yeah. And guess who's popped in? We've got Harry Toe too.
Hey, Harry Toe.
Milk chocolate is his favorite.
Milk chocolate.
Milk chocolate.
Yes. Just don't call me tacos. Is that right?
Copium says no more sugar.
No more sugar. What, for him?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So they can't send him anymore.
Yes, but he ate like 7 boxes of that stuff at once.
I put a lot in that box. Yeah. I shoved it all
in. So I'm not surprised. That should.
Oh no!
What?
Harry Camel.
So
that's not a nice thought.
What's wrong? Okay, go take a walk. This is not a kid-friendly show while my kid watching me. It's like, go away.
She does not know what camel toe is, so.
No, I understand that, but still, take a walk.
I'm just saying, good parenting. They have no clue what that means.
Yes. Take a short walk. Well, take a long walk of a short beer.
No. Yes, but no.
All right. This is looking real good.
We're right there with you, Copium. We shouldn't be eating sugar either. It is not good. We've actually found, funny enough, our older boy, anything starch messes with that kid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got the same problem, man. The starches don't treat me well. So I got 8 minutes left there. Let me go get a plate. So what we'll also do is a bunny chow today.
Ooh, bunny chow. Bunny chow is very fun. This is a gorgeous way to serve this meal. But you said they do rice with the bunny chow?
Well, yeah, I do rice for the small girl.
The small girl. Yeah, she'll like that.
Yeah, she'll like it on a plate. All right. I've got a knife. I should have a knife. Yes, I've got a knife. Bread knife. All right. All right. So,
and the bread passed. I know Lemon's not here to see or witness the squishing of the bread. It's a little softer than the last time. That's why Anton
I still think Tello will be better.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
I still think Tello will be better. So what you want to do is you want to take about 1/3 of a bread loaf. Yeah, I guess about there will be good. This will be for my oldest daughter. She's going to be very happy about that.
Fritzy is on and says, thanks for the salt, saving for a nice steak on the grill.
All right. Yeah, I use Celtic salt with everything.
Everything. It is phenomenal stuff.
All right, so you're going to cut a square hole, and then we're going to hollow this out. So you've got a hole in the bread. All right. I'm going to put that lamb inside that bread.
They can't see everything.
All right, now I can take this away. I'm done with this.
your plate is hidden by the salt.
Salts and
of
spices.
Which we spoke of, yes.
All right, so there we go. So we're going to do that. Oh, our oldest
it's going to be
daughter
messy
be very
goodness.
happy.
She's going to love it.
Yeah.
Holy bread, that is correct. There is a hole in that bread.
Yeah, holy guacamole. All right, 6 minutes left on 6 minutes left on the rice. 6.5 minutes.
I chuckle with our South African background here. They like to do the double starches.
Yes.
Potatoes, rice.
Yes, that's a thing. So you eat rice, potatoes, and meat.
Yes.
That's like a thing. And then when you get here, everybody's like, why do you have rice and potatoes? And then we also have bread.
Yes.
So you have rice and potatoes, and then you have bread that you dip in the sauce of the meat.
Yes.
And then you eat your rice with the sauce of the meat.
And the roasted potatoes.
Then the roasted potatoes in oil with the sauce of the meat.
Yep. It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Femboy does say he wants us to still give Redmond salt a try.
Yes, we need to do that. And what's the other one? Baja.
Yes. There's a couple we will have to do almost a tasting, I think.
Yes.
To compare the few. Maybe on steaks, as our lovely friend here has mentioned.
That is a very good idea.
I think we should do that. Those Tres Major.
Yes.
Salted variously.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think I need anything. This is good. I'm gonna jack this down a little. Curry. I'm very happy. I have some of this tonight. I haven't had curry in
It's been a while. Since
years.
Lamb curry, maybe, but you've had our lovely chicken.
Oh yes, the chicken. We have chicken jumping around our front yard. I was just remarking to Nicole. It's like, I see so much like wildlife.
Yeah.
I don't want to. It's
Small
like
animal.
kind of like a half wildlife running around the neighborhood. I'm like, it's so weird. I come from Africa and like you never see stuff like that where I'm from, and I'm like, yeah, because they eat it all.
Everything gets eaten. Everything has a purpose there.
Yeah, I'm like, we have this chicken, living in the front yard, bouncing around there with its furry little tail.
Chicken.
And it's like half chicken, half cat, It's the other white meat. But anyway. But I just thought to myself, man, that guy is hanging around for a while. I wonder why he hasn't disappeared yet. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm not in Africa. People here actually buy food.
When life is plentiful, you can have pretty little things bouncing on your front lawn.
Yes. Yes, because where I'm from, that dude would be someone's lunch a long time ago.
Yes. And he's been hanging around our house for a while, actually.
Yeah, probably 6 months now.
Yeah, we keep seeing it.
It's been a while. No, I came out the other morning and he was next to my car. And I'm like, man, you be lunch. And that's when it struck me why he's actually around, because nobody's eating him,
Yes.
All right, so we got 3.5 minutes left on the rice, and then we'll sort that out, and then I can actually bring this guy closer.
Okay.
So we'll have one buddy chow, one rice. This is almost ready. I just want to make sure because the rice
And then a big bowl for me.
Yes, and for me. Yeah, we have. I know the kids took some bowls there.
I think the young man will eat it too.
Yeah. This is still, I would recommend, so I've done an hour prior. So I would recommend actually another half an hour on this. Because I can feel it's still tough.
Okay.
Yeah, the lamb, you got to cook it till it's soft. And then, well, this is probably mutton more than it is lamb, really. We call it lamb curry, but this is probably mutton more than lamb, actually.
It's sold as lamb.
Yeah, it's sold as lamb. But I'll find the smaller pieces, and we can leave the bigger ones to just kind of still, and then, a knife and fork will cut it, but I like it to the point where
Falling
it almost
apart.
shreds.
Mm-hmm.
So when you push your knife into it, it just falls apart. That's how you want to do the lamb.
So
or the
Jody's
curry.
asking, is rabbit chicken stew on the menu next? It was actually on the menu months ago.
Yeah, we made it once because I bought a bunch of loins.
He bought a box of it, so we had to. How much was that? How many pounds?
I think it was a 10-pound box.
Was it only 10 pounds?
Yeah.
It seemed like a lot.
Yeah, but they're small. They're
That's
tiny. They're like
true.
a half size of a chicken breast.
We did bacon wraps.
Yeah.
And grilled on the fire.
Yeah.
We did lots
so,
of curry.
So I wanted to make biltong, and then I looked at this and I was like, man, that meat's very pale. Very much reminds me of chicken, and I don't want to get sick. And then I listened to Jack Spierko on the Survival Channel, or Survival Podcast, and they were talking specifically about rabbit having parasites and needing to be cooked properly.
Ooh,
and I was like, yeah, I'm not going to make those. But then I already bought it, so because I was like, you know, when I don't know a meat product, I'm very careful of curing it because, man, you only need to get sick once. And
that's why bacon, chicken, we're very particular about.
Yes, I've been asked about bacon biltong many times, and I'm like, man, I'm very, very skeptical about, you know,
what's hiding inside.
Well, yeah, the thing is, I've grown up with, you know, pork has to be cooked thoroughly. Now I know when I went on the what is it? The management thing, the food management.
Food managers course.
So they were saying that pork has now been downgraded to the same as beef in terms of temperature of cooking. So you can cook pork to like 135. You don't have to take it to 165 anymore like you used to do chicken. And I'm like, yeah, I'll just keep doing my pork like really well done. I'm not trusting that stuff, man.
So there's an interesting question about biltong from a Rumble rant from the band Copium Poppies.
Okay.
So in Africa, did you make biltong from zebras or other interesting animals?
I did not make biltong in South Africa. I was a tech dude. I was working in telecommunications.
Did you eat biltong from zebras?
I did not eat zebra biltong, but I had springbok biltong. I've had kudu biltong. I've had probably eland biltong. So we just call it game, and then springbok is very popular, but it's very thin. Because a springbok is not a big...
It's tiny.
Yeah. So I've had springbok. I think I've had rooibok. Springbok and rooibok is normally the two most popular. And then kudu is very popular. I've had ostrich. I've had ostrich steak, ostrich biltong. Ostrich biltong is good. But ostrich, yeah, way too expensive. Maybe if they sort that farm out up there in... maybe I can talk to them about some meat.
The northern neck of the woods.
Yeah. In the America's hat. But what else have I had? So I've had different game biltongs. I've had different game meat, game pies, game all kinds of game stuff.
But how common is game? Because this is a very big misconception that we have when people come in here.
So unless you are out in the bush, you won't easily find game biltong. If you find it, yeah, you can switch that guy off. If you find game biltong, it is normally pre-packaged. So if you walk into a butcher in South Africa, you will have biltong hanging in the butcher, all right? And it's open, and it normally hangs behind the counter wherever, because I'll have a service counter, and it'll be behind the counter on some wire with a fan, and then you can say, I want that piece, and I want that piece, and they'll pull it down and weigh it for you, and they can slice it for you and stuff like that. They'll normally have droewors also hanging open, so you can just pick what you want. Kudu, I have in my entire life in South Africa never seen open kudu biltong at a mainstream butcher, ever. It's normally packaged, prepackaged in bags.
So it most likely comes from somewhere.
Yes. Yeah. I have seen that in select butchers that's kind of what we'll say in the sticks. So they like around game farms. There's not the same regulations in South Africa as there is here. In terms of having to, it's not too bad, the meat. A little hard, but not too bad.
Hard's never a problem.
I know. It's firm. It's firm, not stuff. It's firm. So when you go into the like rural areas, it's rural the right rural, you know, into the farmlands. You'll sometimes find a butcher. So we went to I guess it's a type of a game farm where people have these houses in the bush, but it's like a community. So let's say, I don't know, it's like 500 acres, and there's, you know, maybe like 50 houses in there, and they're pretty far spaced apart. And then the game just walks around, and you can make a fire, but you've got to be careful. But it's just this house, and normally they don't even have electricity. They got like batteries and generators and gas and stuff like that, and you know, candles or whatever. So we've gone to a place like that, and we we had there was a butcher like in between these farms somewhere on a road. So of course, in South Africa, your favorite pastime is drinking a lot. So we ran out of ice because the gas fridge didn't want to work properly. So we drove out to the butcher, and the ice we got tasted of game meat, because they put the ice in the same fridge as the game, so that game smell pulled into the ice. So it was very hard to drink your drink. So what we had to do was have like 6 beers each first to kind of take the edge off, and then have a really strong, what we call a dop. So you put a brandy and Coke. So you make a nice strong one, and then by the time that one's down, and the ice don't matter anymore, because you don't taste fucking anything anymore. You just drink for results at that point.
Now, we did have some fun biltong for a little while. We had the kangaroo, which was very similar to ostrich in the fact that it's a dark meat. Interesting meat. And maybe we bring some of those back on a later date, but not right now.
It's a little hard to get a hold of these things.
Yes.
So there's the rice, just for everybody.
And I do have Sportfish who's come in.
Hey, Sportfish, welcome.
And Fritzy 21.
So let me, who?
Fritzy 21.
Oh, well, welcome in. So the rice, I made this in the oven. And what I like about this is you can scale this. So if you're going to make rice for a lot of people, this is very easy. The recipe is very easy. And up to about 3 cups, the time stays the same. So 1 cup of rice, 2 cups of water, teaspoon of salt or 5 grams, tablespoon of butter or 15 grams, teaspoon of lemon juice or 5 grams, and then I put a little bit of onion powder. You can put some stock, whatever else you want, or you don't have to put anything else. You can do that, just that. And then this is how it comes out. So let me show you guys this. And this is just in the oven, and I just mix it all up, and then I just pop it in the oven, and 24 minutes, and then I pop it out at 350. And that is what it looks like. And this is very easy, so you can make more rice. You can make up to 3 cups at about 24 minutes. If you go over that, I would recommend 30 minutes. And it's the same thing. You can open it. If the water's gone, it's cooked. Very easy to make. This is something I invented, just by the way.
Yes, and it is phenomenal. Your biggest problem was keeping it fluffy.
Yes.
Consistency.
Yes.
Consistency is a problem. So we've got a Rumble Rant with an idea from Kopi and Poppies. White rhino biltong with a side of ivory.
Well, as far as I remember, it's not white rhino, it's wide rhino, which is the shape of its mouth. But I think the wide rhinos are now extinct.
Yes.
Because the poachers ate them all.
They did. We have a runner. A is called Gaming, is getting ready to head to work. I should cry. We don't have your stream to run to next, but that is okay. We will catch you on another day.
Yes.
Have a wonderful shift.
All right. Let me pull
Wallabies are tender.
Yes. I mean, I'm not from that kind of, like I say, people, a lot of times they say, so are you Australian, mate? I'm like, no, same hemisphere, but they like sheep more than we do, so those guys, yeah. So I don't really know the difference between a wallaby and a kangaroo. I think a wallaby's smaller or something.
Yes.
But anyway, I don't. We don't. The only reason I had kangaroo is because it was available, and then we kind of made it. This is looking very good. It
looks very good. I may have to help our young lady.
All right.
I've got KCJ Gates says, hello from Santa Barbara, California. Good to see you, Antoine.
So let me see. I don't know if you guys will get the full effect of that. I'm trying, the sauce is running down.
They should be able to see a pretty good amount.
All right. So that's done. Actually, even the meat, although it's a little firm, it's not...
Not really. You're pushing down with a very soft spatula there, and it's just spreading.
Yeah. I like when the meat spreads, I'm going to
take a moment. Speaking of meat, everybody's been talking biltong in the chat. Don't forget biltongusa.com for 10% off your biltong. Use code S.T.F. 10. Father's Day is coming. Biltong bouquets, the only bouquet a man would accept, of course, is a meat bouquet. And this is a phenomenal one. It's over a pound of meat with biltong sticks, Drillwurst is our dried sausage, and sliced biltong inside, all beautifully wrapped in a bouquet. And I was asked about wrapped candies. I will get those on the website ASAP so that you can have other options as well. So if anybody wants some candy with their biltong too.
All right, go show them that.
Yes, be happy to. This looks so good. This is a bunny chow. Do you know exactly where the name originates? Why we call it bunny chow?
I have no idea.
Okay, it's
a
bread bowl.
Traditional.
Yes,
South
this
African.
is taken from the actual bread itself. Anton cut it out. That is something we perfected with the restaurant days.
All right, I'm not putting too much on there because that's for my youngest daughter, and she is only 5.
Yes, so that's all she can eat. All right, I've got to run and help, so
all
it is all on you. I can probably help you turn off in a little bit.
Yeah. Is there any raids we're going to hit today? I don't know if we want to raid anybody, if anybody is live. But yeah, lamb and rice, lamb bunny chow. Let me try some lamb. Oh, I've got to take that off. All right, let me see. That is nice. And it has hardly any bite. So if you want the bite, you got to add the peri peri. That is very nice. That is very nice. The potatoes do make it better in my opinion, but the sour cream is not bad. The sour cream is not bad at all. I would probably recommend a little bit more salt because I think that sour cream really kind of dissipates the pulls in the salt. But very nice, very nice. So yeah, those are our meals. Let me see if we're gonna raid anyone. I'm not sure if I would accept a bouquet of marijuana flowers, says Copium. There was a local fast food seafood chain in WA. I'm sorry, I'm not always familiar with your acronyms. Is that Wisconsin? I'm not sure. When I was a kid, called Livers or Ivers, and it had clam chowder in bread bowls. Yeah, I've heard of that. I've heard of the clam chowder in bread bowls. We do the curry, so beef, chicken, lamb. We used to do a masala bunny chow or a lamb curry bunny chow. So let's see, Jody, one of my jobs as a kid was slaughtering turkeys for the holiday, about 1,000 per day. Wow, I was a grim reaper, sports fish. That's a lot of turkeys, man, 1,000 a day. We will, so I can give you guys a quick update. So far, everything's on track for us to be heading out of here at some point. It looks like we will start our construction in probably early July, and we will keep everybody updated. We will definitely put it out on stream when we start and what we are doing. Not just that, won't just be a Saturday or a Friday and Sunday live. That'll actually be as it happens. So we'll just put it out, and I might actually just take a camera and run it, for a couple of hours while we do work and things like that. So that is all happening. So we are currently in Roanoke, Texas. We will be moving to Sunset, Texas, which is about 6 miles below Bowie, Texas. On the Highway 287, our new address will be 3444 Highway 287, and that's where we will be located. We will move all our production and everything out there. So the next couple of months is going to be insane busy. And we cannot do all of this without the support of, all our patrons and everybody that's buying stuff from us, etc. Of course, money makes the world go round. So if you guys buy, we can do stuff. Simple as that. There's my pitch. I don't want to make a big hoo-ha about, buying and stuff like that. So anyway, I think this is all of it. I don't know if there's going to be a raid to anybody. But if there's not going to be a raid, I guess then that is okay. Then I'm going to slowly go offline, and I'm going to feed my kids because they're probably going to be very hungry. Let me see if I can call them in here. Hey kids, you want to have some food? So let me see. Cheers. All right, so hold on. I'll bring it to you. The camera's live. Step back. Yes. We are still live. So that's your curry, bunny chow.
I don't want any curry.
It's not burning curry. I made it without spices. No, you need to have some. This is yours, some rice and curry on a plate. Help them with some spoons and stuff there. Me and you will talk now. No, it's not. It's not hot. I didn't put hot spice. You see, I always give them the hot curry. Go help your sister and them with spices. With cutlery. Come here, young boy. Hello, hello, hello. So come say hello to everybody. Say hi. This is the only monkey that goes on camera because he's still a baby. You can't have that. It's too hot. It's going to burn your mouth. So say hi to everyone. Say hello. Say my name is Christoph. I'm a year old today. Or not today. I'm a year old. I'll be 13 months on... Hey, tomorrow. You're 13 months tomorrow. You want some rice? No, hold on. Hold on. You're going to grab my microphone. I know it. I know you're going to grab my microphone. Let's see if you'll have some curry. But I got to cool it down, man. It's going to burn you. Let me see. See if you'll have the curry. I just got to find a small piece here, man. Let me see. That's too big. Let's see. That's too big. There we go. That'll work. I gotta cool it down, otherwise it's gonna burn your mouth. Let me get a tray. Let me get a tray and I give you some curry. See if you like that. It doesn't burn, it's just flavor. No heat in this. We'll see if you like it though. Split that in half. Hold on. All right, you want to try? Is that okay?
Yeah.
You want more? That good? You want that? Yeah, give me a second. I gave him a piece of curry. We still live. Oh, we are still live.
Did you get to raid someone?
I did not. I don't think anybody raided anyone. I had the kids barrel in here.
Neuro, if you got someone to raid, please do. I can't get raids. He's turned them off.
Ike's a banana head.
He's a banana head. Hey, Bright Gaming, thank you for going on. Thank you, Neuro. I appreciate your help. Everyone's checking out the little buddy. Did you see Sportfish and his Rumble Rant?
What did you eat wrong?
This all looks like delicious comfort food.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
No, I did not see that because he came in, so I grabbed him. And then he wanted to grab food, so I gave him some curry.
Copium Poppies added in another Rumble Rant. I don't know if you saw this.
I did read 2 of them, but you can read them again.
Styx is guesting on Break the Rules soon on YouTube.
Yes.
So we will be catching, well, I say we. Anton will catch that after Viva and Barnes.
Yes.
Yeah. Because it's like right after, I think.
Yes,
so
I will
perfect.
catch that after Viva.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone. I think I'm going to go turn us off.
Yes.
All right.
Did we Bright Gaming?
Yes. Bright Gaming is rated.
Okay. All right. Well, everyone, have a great Sunday. We will see you Friday for some more action.
Cookery
and nonsense talkingery.